What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Show him is TheBlaziking, and we're here for the Myriad Celestia, the first one in like forever. As well as we're probably going to be doing the Keeping Up with Star Rail video for Phainon. But that being said, it's boiling hot in my room, so I'm just going to get started with these things without too much to do. Other than reminding you that if you're into the content, don't forget to stick around and hit the like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff. But if you're not going to stick around, yeah, at least let the whole video run through like the watch time, because that's highly appreciated. Now let's get into it so I can watch this 20 minutes of footage and not sweat to death. Smile.
The last time I was on the Yuchua.
Oh, hey, Jinglu. Nice to see that beauty back. With the equally lovely voice actress. Of course, we stand Alma here.
Was centuries ago.
Pity that you now come not as a hero, but
Also, the artwork on her right there? Sheesh!
a prisoner. Put the abundance in their grave, empty talk.
The divination matrix will naturally determine whether your words are trustworthy.
Fine. As we always say on the Cienjo, seeing is believing. A war of gods has already begun in the Abacus's calculated future. The Lord Ravager's wish will be fulfilled, and an eon will fall. This is a chess game between gods. As each piece falls to counter the next, why not take advantage of it for our own goals? The Alliance already has the Swarm Author's remains to kill a god. We just need to temper the Hunt's arrowheads with Ruin's golden blood.
Jinglu speaking some prophecy relating to Amphorius and the Chrysosaurs, but I'm pretty sure I did say this multiple times before. Golden blood, the ion of destruction. Coincidence? I think not.
A colleague told me that the Cienjo Alliance is not our enemy. So why not join this great feast? And observe how billions of beating hearts walk into irreversible demise.
Indeed.
Okay, but like, real quick, just mentioning, Fintilla kind of a baddie. Like, she might be an actual baddie, but like, listen.
Death is not a process, but the outcome. Let the ignorant hunter raise their bow and kill what they love, what they believe in, and ultimately kill themselves.
Human race.
So, what's the point in this process? Just for it to feel like a ceremony? Well, it's not like I have a right to complain about ceremonies. I mourn for worlds that can no longer laugh.
Do you still remember what happened?
I saw a spot of light that dimmed the star. Then existence itself was torn, leaving only a despairing white, enveloping both entropy and time.
We salute thee, blemished one. In defiance of the cosmic roots that bind all, we offer a magnificent ruin.
Together, beneath your gaze, we bear witness to a colleague's end. Be it coronation or collapse.
Okay, but like, who's this one? Because I don't think we've seen any glimpse of this one before.
The end of their yearning is the same.
Oh, unless that's, not Remembrance. Harmony? Is that the Ion of Harmony? Like, I'm pretty sure the Ion of Harmony has more of, like, a female base to it. I know the Ion of Harmony is constantly referred to as they, and that, all that conversation, but, like, pretty sure I've read something somewhere before like that.
Just to witness? That feels like formalism. Even if every genius in the cosmos dropped dead, what's that got to do with us?
Still not enough for you? The fools will only flounder in tears after the wise have been buried.
Cease your chatter. The sun has risen from the end of time.
When Iron Team finally breaks its ship, the Erudition's calculations will meet the end.
But who could say that Akavili on a new journey won't?
So, like, there's a bunch of Ravagers, talking to themselves on this one, and are they? They're planning something big, ain't they?
Bring another salvation.
Trailblazing always ends up igniting something, no? Then, they'll achieve an even more majestic ruin.
Prisoner who picked up Starfire. If you are to become the first spark, then come and leave the cave with me. And in that fable about the stars, we'll pen the prelude of destruction.
Oh. So Lygus does have a lot more to do with things than he's leading on to be, because that was quite the change in appearance from our supposed Intellitron friend. Now, how's that going to go? Suppose we'll see. But there's definitely a lot more boiling down on Amphorius than we think. Like, I know we're hitting the end of Amphorius soon, and, like, going back to Penacony and all that stuff, but, like, that, yeah, that's something. But I'm not going to stick too much on that for now. What I will say is, seems like maybe I was correct about that Ion of Destruction having a closer connection to Amphorius than a lot of people gave credit for. The whole Golden Blood thing wasn't just by coincidence, I'll say that. But let's move on to the Keeping Up With video. Because, like, obviously Phainon has a whole part to play with everything, like, that we already knew, but apparently it's a lot more than we were thinking.
From Ides Elysiae to Akama, that innocent boy who once dreamed in
Also, if this is basically copying the same thing we saw in the 2.4 program, I'm just skipping it.
the golden wheat fields, is now the burden deliverer. He takes up every dream, wish, and expectation, forging himself into whatever the world needs him to be. He never looks back as he surmounts endless difficulties and endures mounting agony. He keeps running forward, hoping to write a different ending for this world he and his companions love so much. On this episode of Keeping Up with Star Rail, let's learn about the man currently bearing the expectations of Amphorius, the man considered the perfect hero, Phainon!
At such a young age, isn't it too early to be crowned as perfect?
Oh, do you know something?
I'm actually visiting here in the hopes of gaining more profound insights.
Then you come to the right place. Anyway, this show extends a warm welcome to the Council of Elders honorary member, chair of the Citizens Assembly, creator of Amphorian Immersive Theater, Lord Lygus!
You are too kind. I'm only here today as an ordinary and engaged citizen interested in public affairs.
Then let's hurry and look into this acclaimed hero. Phainon is a physical character following the path of
the
destruction.
unfortunate part is
Rumors
that means
say
we're gonna
he's
have
strong
to
enough to
go
slay
through a
titans
whole
and smart enough to win
thing of
debates.
his thing,
Not
yeah.
only is he skilled in all arts, he's also kind, humble, and responsible. Truly an impeccable young man. These rumors are really hyping him up. Could I ask, are they all true?
They are indeed true, but there's no time to go into details. Let us focus on the main topic for this episode. Please continue your introduction.
When Phainon used
Man, his English VA is something else, though. Like, I don't know if he's someone actually famous doing Lygus, but yeah, that is some voice for the English VA.
uses his basic attack, he deals physical damage to one designated enemy. When he uses his skill, Phainon obtains some core flames and deals physical damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets.
Your explanation is very clear, but I believe Phainon has even greater potential. Did we miss any crucial information?
What a good question. This is Phainon before he completed all his trials, but once he's done, he can transform and awaken his true powers.
The Chrysocer's trials are never easy. Are there any key conditions he must fulfill for him to complete his transformation?
The key to Phainon's transformation is getting enough core flames. Apart from using his skill, he can also obtain one core flame when he becomes the target of a teammate or enemy's ability. Phainon can activate his ultimate as long as he has enough core flames. Take note that if a teammate uses an ability on him, Phainon's crit damage will increase for some turns. Now, here's the real show. When Phainon unleashes his ultimate, he transforms and deploys a territory, causing all teammates to leave the field and implanting physical weakness in all enemies.
That bit is still the most interesting part of his kit, though. It's like, all of you, shoo. But what happens if he actually ends up dying somehow during that? That's a better question.
Transforming, Phainon's own attack and max HP increase and becomes immune to all crowd control debuffs. While transformed, he has one enhanced basic attack and two enhanced skills, but cannot use his ultimate. Also while transformed, Phainon may take multiple actions at a set speed, all of which are considered extra turns. When Phainon transforms and then uses his enhanced basic attack or enhanced skill 1, he can obtain points of a special charge called Scourge. He consumes Scourge to use his enhanced skill 2. All his attacks while transformed restore his HP.
This boy will have a bright future as long as he receives good guidance.
The new leader of the Chrysos heirs needs to have both brains and brawn. Transform Phainon uses his enhanced basic attack to obtain Scourge and deals physical damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. Using his enhanced skill 1, Transform Phainon obtains the same amount of Scourge as the number of enemies on the field and one stack of Soul Scorch, while causing all enemies to immediately take action. While possessing Soul Scorch, Phainon takes less damage in every enemy action and increases Soul Scorch by 1 stack. When all enemies have taken action, Transform Phainon immediately counters to deal 1 instance of physical damage to enemies and some instances of extra damage to one random enemy. The more Soul Scorch Phainon has, the higher the counter's multiplier. It'll spell Soul Scorch after counter. Enemies wish to hurt me, but they end up helping me. Who now dares to be my enemy? Who now dares to deny me?
Hearing you say that, could you possibly have profound insight into how to destroy the world?
Hey, yo, that's a little sus, Lygus.
No, stop talking nonsense. Using his enhanced skill 2, Transform Phainon dispels all debuffs on himself and consumes Scourge to deal some instances of physical damage to one random enemy. The more Scourge consumed, the more instances of damage he'll deal. When a set amount of Scourge is consumed, Transform Phainon deals extra damage distributed evenly among all enemies. Transform Phainon will also unleash a final blow in his last extra turn. The final blow deals ultimate damage.
Oh, well, I guess that answered my question from earlier.
Evenly distributed among all enemies. After the final blow, Phainon ends his transformation and boosts his teammate's speed for 1 turn.
Should he continue to overcome his limits, he'll demonstrate even more endless possibilities on a bigger stage.
After unlocking a certain trace, Phainon will obtain some core flames when he enters battle or ends his transformation. After unlocking a different trace, when teammates provide him with healing or shields, Phainon's damage increases for some turns. When they provide him with energy regeneration effects via abilities, Phainon gains some core flames instead. While exploring, Phainon's presence...
Can I just say I always love how Albert let me retry that. Specifies that when unlocking a certain trace, it's like, who doesn't unlock the important traces in their characters? Like, I understand accounts that are, like, not anywhere close to max level yet. That I kind of understand specifying that. But, like, for people who are max level or have been playing since, like, month 1 or whatever, most people probably know by now to at least get the important traces up. Like, all the ones that go up to 10 or whatever, those are fine to leave at, like, an average 5 or 6 for a while. But, like, who doesn't put up the important ones? Honestly.
In the lineup increases the team's max technique points. Phainon's technique consumes 2 points to attack all enemies within a set.
And again, the fact that that's basically, you know, like Akron is incredible. It's like, oh, there's 2 or 3 of you in the same little space. Well, let me just... And they're gone.
Radius.
Now, in this instance, it was used to start a fight against an elite enemy, but...
After entering battle, using his technique, Phainon gains some Scourge while regenerating some energy and recovering some skill points for his teammates. He also deals physical damage to all enemies at the start of every wave. His technique will immediately defeat normal enemies without entering battle.
And of course it used Divergent Universe as the example, because when else are you going to use that? Okay, I won't lie though, when running around the map trying to collect treasures, I haven't yet. I have kind of just used Akron to like go and make things go faster.
Summary! Phainon's core mechanic is to gain enough core flames ASAP through various means, such as using his skill or becoming the ability target of other units on the field, in order to use his ultimate and transform. Transform Phainon has many extra turns and has 1 enhanced basic attack and 2 enhanced skills. He can accumulate special Scourge charge points by transforming and using his abilities while transformed. Consuming stacked Scourge points allows Transform Phainon to use more powerful abilities to deal more damage to enemies. He'll launch a terrifying final hit before he ends his transformation.
How wonderful that such a powerful person walks among us.
Indeed. This city has faced many crises since the Black Tide overwhelmed Amborius. We thank heroes like Phainon, who give their all to eradicate the Black Tide's threats and protect this land. Let's now watch Phainon fight on the front lines with his boundless bravery and tenacity. Phainon enters battle via his technique after his teammates have used theirs, dealing the first instance of damage to all enemies. A teammate uses their ultimate on Phainon, and he gains additional core flames. A teammate then uses their skill on Phainon, and he again gets core flames. Phainon quickly accumulates many core flames by using his skill, taking enemy hits, and becoming the target of his teammates' abilities. Phainon takes the chance to use his skill and defeat the first wave of enemies, which gets him enough core flames to use his ultimate and transform. Transform Phainon obtains Scourge. Faced with the second enemy wave, he immediately uses Foundation Star Death Verdict and consumes existing Scourge to deal many instances of damage. Then, Transform Phainon uses Creation Bloodthorn Fairy to gain Scourge. At the right time, he uses Foundation Star Death Verdict again to deal a killing blow to the enemies. Seeing this, the enemy sends out a stronger team. If they try to make an impact, they are mere ants before Transform Phainon. Phainon uses Calamity's Soul Scorch Edict to gain as many Scourge points as there are enemies on the field and cause all enemy targets to attack him. Then, he immediately counters. The more times Phainon is hit, the more Soul Scorch stacks he gains, while his counter damage scales with Soul Scorch. Using Foundation Star Death Verdict, Phainon consumes all the Scourge he's built up and deals a heavy hit. All the enemy's struggles are ultimately futile. Phainon rotates his 2 enhanced skills to rapidly build and consume Scourge, giving the enemy a ruthless beatdown. Just as the enemy is about to go down, Phainon enters his last extra turn. The Deliverer unleashes a final blow, and even the strongest enemy gets obliterated in this terrifying impact. And that's a wrap.
What a talented sapling.
You are very engaged. Sorry to disappoint, but this sapling graduated from the grove ages ago. It's too late to develop him now.
Oh, no. It's not too late.
Sir, what exactly is your job at Amphoris?
Only some unimportant behind-the-scenes work. Just an engaged citizen concerned about the future of the cosmos.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so, like, number one, can we just talk about that bit at the end of the first video? Of Lygus, like, looking extra evil? Like, can we just talk about that bit of how he just kind of, like, took on a traditional... I don't know, I guess Oni would probably be the closest kind of thing to compare that appearance to. Like, shit. Lygus is gonna have a big role to play in things. Like, more than we assumed. Like, we already knew he had some shit going on. How else would he have just, like, interfered with Herta showing up? How else would he just, like, be at the ready anytime some shit's going down? Like, 3.4 is going to be fucking insane. Like, not just the changes to the game itself, but the story. So, like, here's the thing. I will always say that a lot of text is boring as shit. However, a lot of text that reaches a good point isn't a bad thing, you know? That's, like, why a lot of anime is, like, really good for what it does. Because it reaches a good point. You know, that's why as long as One Piece is, as long as you can skip all the, like, random bullshit and get to all the important stuff, yeah, it might be really long, but it actually, like, comes to a good point. Because, listen, I'm not going to be one of those hyper One Piece fans that's going to try and push the agenda, but all the bullshit does reach to a pretty damn good story for it, kind of like here. Like, a lot of the bullshit reaches to a good story. You know, Penacony and Amphoris both have just had things that draw on forever and ever and ever and ever, and that's why we're applauding them, giving us a skip button. However, there's still some things that are cool to actually listen into the story to sometimes. It's just that when it goes on and on and on and on, it's nice to have that button for sure. Like, the stuff to do with Sunday, the stuff to do with Mighty... I'm sorry, those things just went on too damn long. But you can let me know your thoughts on both videos in the comment section. Personally, I simply cannot wait for 3.4 to hit. Pretty sure that's next week, right? Or does the update happen within the next couple days? But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know other gacha game related content I should be uploading. Let me know, you know, what other kind of things you might like to see that I might be able to bring out, because I don't pander, but if something piques my interest. That said, don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe to the review channel in the description. Ring both bells, like blue letter, blue atmosphere, the black, the orange, the purple. Can subscribe with Purple Prime for free. That helps me out immensely. And I do a bunch of my shiny hunting, gacha game content, etc. over on the Purple Place. And that all being said, spin the Blaziking. Out, ta-ta for now. Peace.